This is Carl with the three things I'm watching for Wednesday, June 11th. Starting out, the path of least resistance has really started to affect the market here the last several weeks. We've seen trade really kind of lethargic, sideways, just kind of wandering trade, really lack of direction. And we haven't had a lot of fresh news. Really, we haven't had a lot of fresh news for the market since the last WASDE report back in May. So for about the past 4 weeks, we've been starved for fresh news, and that's why we've seen this lethargic trade. It's just not enough impetus to move futures one way or the other. So we've seen them take the path of least resistance. It's not uncommon. On corn right now, that's been sideways to lower. On soybeans, it's been sideways to higher, and that's what we've seen over the last week to 10 days here. I expect to see that start to change now. We get the WASDE numbers out tomorrow, and then we have the positioning for the end of the month. That may finally start to get us a little bit more trade volume, a little bit more liquidity, and a little bit more price movement here. Today also, we get the CPI index data coming out. That's going to be closely watched to see how tariffs have impacted trade, consumer demand. Um, Reading some interesting stories on consumer demand, and take any consumer spending data you get with a grain of salt. A lot of analysts and economists coming out and saying, yes, consumers are spending money. It's all on payment plans. None of this is cash. It's all financed, which means it's a house of cards. Like I said, the CPI index or the inflation index will come out today. And then we get the Fed meeting next week. And that could be an interesting one, especially with some changes to U.S. trade policy. And that's the third thing. The U.S. and China got framework together for a trade deal yesterday. After several weeks of back and forth, and everything stalling, it now appears as though we do have the framework in place for a trade deal. Last update I had is the policy trade program trade outline will be sent back to Presidents Trump and Presidents Xi to have them look through for final approval. I would expect to see there will be some changes made. This is going to be it's a good start, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but we got a lot of details to hammer out there. Hopefully, sooner than later. Maybe we can just resurrect that phase one trade deal. That was working pretty good. I have a feeling we might see maybe some of that come up in this agreement as well. Those are the three things I'm watching today.